Welcome back in Wiking family to another F1 Clash video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the strategy I want to share. Start. Start. Welcome back in Wiking family to another F1 Clash video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you strategy that you want to be using for your first sprint race event. Alright, so with update 27 now rolling out fully for everybody probably should be updated by now. We now can look forward to seeing our first sprint race event. I'm not sure if it's going to be this Monday, but it's never hurt to hope. So we're gonna hope that this next week probably be our first sprint event. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna be explaining to you guys how you are gonna be scoring your points for your sprint races. All right. So once you've entered into your sprint race and you've found your group with about 5 people in there, that's the maximum. Either 4 or 5 is going to be the maximum amount of people in each group. Once you've made that group, then it's going to be a race to a set number of points. So let's say 300 points is the marker for players in Series 12. Players in Series 11, I guess, is going to be a little lower, and so on and so forth as you go down the series. All right, from what I know and what information that we've got so far is that the sprint race starts from Series 2. So you have to be in Series 2 or higher to enter into a sprint race. Now, because grouping is by series, it's going to be grouping you with other players in the highest series that you're currently at. Now, all those points from those highest series that you're currently at is what adds up to give you your sprint race points. Now, how you're going to be getting your sprint race points? Since I am in Series 12 here, I'm going to be grouped with players in Series 12. All right, so let's say I've tapped sprint racing. I've now found a group with 5 players. Is going to be a race. All right, so you're going to need to come back to duels here after you've selected into your sprint race group. Then you're going to be needing to go into your highest series. So just how your 2 highest series give you points for pit pass trophies, the sprint races is only going to be needed your highest series. So your highest series, absolute highest series, which would be Series 12 for me, is where you're going to get your points for the sprint races. So once you go on and you enter into a race for Series 12, any amount of points that you get in that race is what is going to be calculated to your sprint race total. So let's say you score 47 in your first race. That 47 is what is going to be added to your sprint race total for your first race of 47 points. Any other points, if you score 30 points in your second race, 30 points is going to be added to your tally. All right, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys now the best setup that I think you guys need to use to score as much as you can in your duels. All right, so no longer you're going to need that good epic worst common, because you're really not focusing on fastest lap at this point. You're focusing on scoring as much points as possible in your duels. All right, so for that, I say power level setup is going to be your strongest setup to get the most out of your duels. All right, so when you're using the power level setup and your power level drivers, you're basically going to be on your strongest setup. You're going to be matched with strong rivals as well. You're not going to be matched against weak rivals, but it gives you a better opportunity to score as much points as possible. All right, so you want to go for your power level setup. How do you find your power level setup? Power level is basically max power, max aero, max grip, max reliability. All right, so the highest amount of power you could get, the highest amount of reliability you can get, the highest amount of grip you can get is basically your power level setup. All right, now how do you find these? You're going to need to tap on each tier, and you want to look for the part that gives you the most pluses. For me right now, these are the parts that gives me the most pluses. Let's check the Mirage. There you can see the Mirage is giving me plus 19, so the Mirage is going to be stronger than the Whirlpool at max level there, and it gives me more points. All right, so let's see the Claw, if it's giving me more points than the True Grit. No, it's not. So I'm going to stick with the True Grit here. So this will be the power level setup that you want to be using in your duels. When it comes to your drivers now, you want to select the drivers that gives you the most amount of pluses again. Or you could go for qualifying strong drivers, or you could go for fully strong drivers, which includes wetness ability. How do you find your best qualifying drivers? Overtaking, defending, tire management, and fuel management. The drivers with the most of these stats are going to be your best drivers, your best qualifying drivers. However, your power level drivers are going to be overall the most amount of points possible, including wetness ability. All right, so for now, these two drivers are going to be the best drivers for me to use. All right, in a regular scenario, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen would have been the best choice for my power level drivers. All right, then you want to jump on out into your race and just go for it. You know what I mean? And use good strategies to get through the race and put up as much points as you possibly can. Now that points is going to be added to your sprint racing tally. So as much as you do, the more points you earn for your sprint racing tally, and you know, first person to reach to the amount of points is going to get a prize. All right, so let's see how we perform in this one. If you haven't smashed the like button already, guys, come on, smash the like button. Let's go. All right, so we got 3-4 qualifiers there. It's going to be a 7-lap race at Zandvoort, so we're going to take advantage of that. We're gonna start off. Now I don't normally use the fast start method in duels, but because you're wanting to score as much points as possible, you are gonna need to go for your fast start methods. All right, as you can see, we have already moved out into a 1-2 position, so we basically secured the 47 points right at the starting of the race here. But as I said, you want to just score that 47 points, and that points is going to be added to your sprint racing tally. Now only points from your highest series is going to be added to your sprint racing tally. All right, so let's say you are in series 9 and you race in series 9 is your highest series, and you raced in series 8. Those points are not going to be counted to your sprint race tally. Only points in your highest series will be counted to your sprint race tally. So just be mindful of that, guys, when you're doing your sprint races. All right, so I'm here now preparing you guys to get the most out of your sprint races once the first event starts, hopefully next Monday. Hopefully, since the update is now fully out, hopefully we'll see it starting Monday, hopefully. Alright, and there we go. So 47 points, and that player got 35 points. So if it was a case where me and this rival was in the same group in the sprint racing event, I would have got 47 points and he would have got 35 points. Alright, and on to the next race until you completed all your points. So in my option, the best results, the best way to get the best results in your duels is going to be this setup, which is your power level setup and your power level drivers. All right, so we basically explained how to get your power level setup in this video and how to get your power level drivers. So hopefully this one helps you guys to get your first sprint race win in the bag. All right, so all you got to do, keep grinding, and remember, once you've completed a sprint race, you can start another one right away. So as long as you're going to get a little bit of time to do some grinding, it's best to do those grinds in your sprint race so you get rewarded for those grinds, which is just epic. All right, so that's basically going to be it for this one. It's basically like a race crate in some form of sense, but yeah. Use code word first sprint race down below to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys who watch full videos for all your support, and that's basically going to be it for this one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. All good, guys. Bye. Shout out to Vid Mantis, Alfredo Jr., Touch My Dilly, and Xavier Magni.
If we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways.